Who the heck is Agent Peggy Carter? More than just Captain America's love interest, Agent Carter had a hand in his creation, as well as a large influence on his character once he picked up the shield. In this episode, we'll be checking out how Carter helped shape Captain America, both on screen and in the comics. Please be warned that there may be some major spoilers ahead, and if you haven't kept up date with the recent films, you may not want to watch this. Before we get down to the nitty-gritty, it's important to remember that the storylines do diverge between what we end up seeing in the MCU's Infinity Saga, the Agent Carter show, and what plays out in the comics. In both cases, she plays as Captain America's first and major love interest. Before he became a superhero, Captain America was just a scrawny kid named Steve Rogers that kept getting rejected from the military. In the movie Captain America: The First Avenger, Rogers is recruited into a secret program called Project Rebirth by Dr. Erskine. Enter Agent Carter, a member of the Strategic Scientific Reserve, which was a pre-SHIELD organization that allied with the US during World War II. Portrayed by Hayley Atwell, in the MCU, she is depicted as a brunette British agent versus the blonde American in the comics whose intelligence, determination, and combat skills would eventually lead her to find SHIELD with Howard Stark. While not referenced on the big screen, before we meet Steve Rogers in any form, Agent Carter saves Dr. Erskine's life. In the comics, the Doctor is known as Dr. Joseph Reinstein. Regardless of what his name is, the Doctor is the creator of the Super Soldier Serum that eventually converts Rogers from a skinny fine arts student to a near-perfect human being with peak strength, agility, stamina, and intelligence. Tasked with supervising all Project Rebirth candidates, Carter witnesses Rogers' inner strength and heroism firsthand, and even tries to stop the super soldier process when it becomes too painful for Steve. After his transformation and the assassination of the Dear Doctor, it is Carter's shot that slows down the assassin long enough for Rogers to use his new abilities and punch the assassin out of a submarine. Her work with the SSR, Strategic Scientific Reserve, saw to that she was an integral part of not only Rogers' physical transformation, but his functional and emotional ones as well. Along with the death of Serum's creator, also came about the demise of US's hope for a super soldier program. Rogers was relegated to little more than a mascot and a propaganda tool, which is where he was dubbed Captain America. With her encouragement and guidance, Carter reminds Rogers that he was meant for something more, going as far to help him on his first mission during the war to save Bucky Barnes and Howling Commandos. Her previous relationship with Howard Stark gives her the resources to transport him behind enemy lines and indirectly influences the creation of his armor and shield. It is this rescue and show of courage that changes Captain America from the boy on the poster to poster boy soldier. From this point on, their relationship is constantly punctuated by missed dates, jealousies, and eventually the presumed death of Rogers. Rogers loses his temper, insinuating Carter and Stark spend time fonduing, while Carter discharges 4 rounds into Rogers' untested shield after watching a woman kiss him. Yet, time after time, their interactions fuel Captain America to pursue his morals and be the best he can be, ultimately leading him to take the cold plunge into the ocean. But before Captain America's ice nap, Carter saves his life during an attack against Hydra and kisses him, making plans for yet again another date. Even after Carter believes Captain America to be lost, she still holds on to his love and mission. In the television Agent Carter series, she continues to pursue her quest along with Howard Stark and the SSR, eventually founding S.H.I.E.L.D. In later films, Carter echoes through the years as Rogers' lost love, with him showing up to visit her in a nursing home during Winter Soldier. During the film Civil War, Captain America serves as a pallbearer at her funeral, and at the end of Avengers Endgame, Cap travels back in time so that he can live out his life with her. Whether this rewrites history or creates an alternative timeline, and what kind of complications this creates is a discussion for another video. Let's not forget his brief cinematic relationship with Sharon Carter, Peggy's niece, or in the fact that in the comics, Sharon, not Peggy, ends up with him. In the end, Peggy Carter is a driving force in both Captain America's origin story and his overall arc in both movies and comics. We owe a lot to Carter, and not just Captain America. What do you think about Peggy Carter? And comment below to let us know what you think actually happened when Captain America went back in time. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to press that like button and subscribe to find out how Peggy Carter helped found S.H.I.E.L.D. and other great facts about the Marvel DC universes.